Hey Rishi, how's college?
It's going pretty well. Go Terps.
Why did the college freshmen cross the road?
Why?
Because they wanted to get to the other side of their first midterm.
Okay. Why did the coconut not want to go to the ballet?
I don't know. Why?
Because it was afraid of the nutcracker. Hello. Welcome to Dr. Matt's Metabolic Kitchen. I'm Rishi.
And I'm Jiva.
We're passionate about a healthy lifestyle. We've been practicing the metabolic strategies of Dr. Matthew Phillips in our daily lives.
We love our keto meals that are low carb, adequate protein, and high fat in nature.
We exercise regularly, eat 1 or 2 meals a day, and try to sleep well. A month ago,
Right before schools reopened,
we had the privilege of attending the Symposium for Metabolic Health in San Diego, California.
the conference focused on the use of carbohydrate reduction in addressing and even reversing diabetes, hypertension, epilepsy, Alzheimer's, and mental health conditions.
The highlight for us was meeting and interacting with Dr. Matt in person and listening to him and other researchers and clinicians about emerging research, clinical outcomes, and the benefits of ketogenic and metabolic therapies.
We even recorded our first interview with Dr. Matt on a number of topics and published it on our channel.
The first day of the conference brought the spotlight on cancer, and in our mind, this could not have come at a more pressing time. A recent study, published by the American Medical Association, found that cancer among younger Americans is on a rapid rise.
While breast cancer has had the highest number of rates, gastrointestinal cancers have had the fastest growth rates among all early onset cancers.
A 2020 study published in the Cancer Journal for Clinicians found that only a small percentage of all cancers are caused by inherited genetic mutations, whereas over 90% are caused by non-genetic factors such as lifestyle choices and environmental factors.
So, there is growing evidence that cancer is a metabolic disorder.
Yes, the prevailing somatic mutation theory states that cancer is caused by the accumulation of genetic changes in normal, healthy cells. Over time, these mutations can disrupt the regulation of cell growth and division, leading to uncontrolled proliferation of cells, a hallmark of cancer. In other words, genetic mutations are the cause of cancer.
Dr. Matt champions an emerging theory where mitochondrial dysfunction is seen as the primary cause of cancer. When exposed to various insults over a long period of time, normal cell mitochondria become damaged and dysfunctional in certain parts of the body.
Many cells with damaged mitochondria die, but others survive by using a shift in cellular metabolism towards glycolysis. These cells bypass the damaged mitochondria by relying on an alternate pathway by increasing their glucose intake manifold. This is called the Warburg effect.
Over time, cells still get random mutations, and there is not enough energy to repair mutations that regularly occur. The stress response of the damaged mitochondria activates growth-promoting oncogenes and inactivates tumor suppressor genes.
So, mitochondria dysfunction is seen as the primary cause of cancer, and the random mutations are simply a response.
Metabolic strategies, or ancestral strategies, as Dr. Matt calls them, are based on ancient practices, such as prolonged or intermittent fasting and ketogenic methods.
These strategies place us in a natural state of physiological ketosis by a balanced oscillation between feeding and fasting, resulting in mitohormesis and optimized mitochondrial function. So how do ancestral strategies work in cancer? Let's take a listen.
So in cancer, these ancestral strategies, if we look at it from an iceberg approach, that's supposed to be water with a tip of an iceberg. Yes, they starve the tumor of glucose, as pretty much everyone knows. Yes, that's the idea. You want to lower the glucose, reduce the tumor's main fuel supply, deprive them of their Warburg effect, while raising ketones. You can measure the ratio of glucose to ketones in the blood. It's called the glucose ketone index, or GKI. You want a low GKI, because that means you have low glucose and high ketones. This is thought to weaken cancer cells, but let's go deeper. If we use keto diets, especially fasting, what we can do is induce a state called differential stress resistance. That means you make normal cells enter this resilient state because when there are low nutrients available, they hunker down into a stress-resistant mode and become more resistant to every stressor, including chemoradiation. At the same time, you actually create a state of differential stress sensitization for the cancer cells because they can't do that. They keep trying to grow, but you've cut their fuel supply. So you protect the normal cells from the chemorad while you keep hitting the cancer cells. Let's go deeper. What else do these things do? They lower growth factors. Cancer is a disease of abnormal growth. They change gene expression. They basically induce the expression of genes that do not favor the cancer state. And they activate immune function. If you can activate your immune system against tumor cells, that's fantastic. That's just a really great way to do it. But at the bottom of this iceberg, way down, which nobody really sees, not really, is we're trying to restore our natural state and our fundamental essence. Physiological ketosis, mitochondria. So maybe these can be promising as cancer therapies.
We're nuts about coconuts, but did you know they're not actually nuts?
Indeed, coconuts are drupes, fruits with a fleshy outer layer and a hard inner shell that contains a single seed, like a peach or an avocado.
Coconuts are the world's most popular tropical fruit, with over 65 million tons produced worldwide. Indonesia, Philippines, India, Sri Lanka, and Brazil round out the top 5 slots among coconut exporting countries.
Coconut trees can grow over 80 feet tall and can live for up to 100 years. Coconuts are the largest of seeds. They can float in the ocean for up to a year and still germinate.
Coconut water is a refreshing and nutritious drink that is low in calories and high in electrolytes. It's often used as a sports drink or to rehydrate after exercise.
Coconut meat is a good source of fiber, protein, and healthy fats, including medium-chain triglycerides, or MCTs, which are known for their energy-boosting properties and potential health benefits. Coconut meat can be eaten fresh, cooked, or dried.
Coconut oil, with its high smoke point, is perfect for cooking and is used in skincare and hair care as well.
Coconut oil, especially in its virgin form, is very healthy, having the lowest linoleic acid content of any plant-based fat, unlike unhealthy seed oils.
Our recipe for this episode has its roots in the land of smiles, Thailand. Coconut is not just an essential ingredient in Thai cuisine, but also a cultural icon woven into daily life, religious rituals, and even traditional crafts like coconut carving.
Fun fact, did you know? The coconut crab is the world's largest living arthropod. It lives primarily off of coconuts. It can grow to be more than 3 feet long, and Charles Darwin even called it monstrous.
Without further ado, let's get to cooking.
In this episode, we're going to cook yummy Thai coconut chicken soup from Dr. Matt's metabolic therapy plan.
This dish is a weekly staple for our family.
We've taken the liberty to make a couple of changes to the method.
Instead of cooking the whole chicken thighs and shredding them, we cut up the chicken into small pieces and use them.
We also only use 1 cup of chicken stock in the soup, so it comes out thick and creamy. The recipe calls for 4 cups for the right reason: hydration.
But we drink at least a cup of homemade chicken stock or beef bone broth every day. So we got that covered.
All right, so let's get started.
To make Thai coconut soup, you'll need 3 to 4 cups chicken stock, 2 tablespoons cold pressed extra virgin coconut oil, 2 stalks spring onions, juice from 1 lime, a half teaspoon salt, 300 grams of chicken thighs, 8 to 12 mushrooms depending on size, 1.5 cups canned coconut cream, 3 tablespoons fresh coriander chopped, and 1 tablespoon fresh ginger grated. Heat the coconut oil in a pot, preferably a pot with a heavy base. Add the ginger and saute for 1 minute. Add the chicken and saute for 2 to 3 minutes. Add the chicken stock, lime juice, salt, and pepper. Add the sliced mushrooms and spring onions. Let boil and simmer for 10 to 15 minutes. Add coconut cream and simmer for another 5 minutes. Garnish with some cilantro and serve hot. Enjoy your soup.
As always, remember, it's never too late to restore your health.